are just about set for basketball. Tar Heels probably feel they need this one more than Tech does.
Two really similar teams, and I know Courtney Banghart would sleep a lot better with those NCAA hopes.
On her first attempt, and Carolina wants to get out and run. The reason I say that about the Virginia Tech starters, and one opportunity for another emerging freshman, Deja Kelly. It's the hoop and the harm in the early going.
Kelly has been so hot lately.
Out there against Kayla King. They each have one personal foul, and North Carolina has the early lead. Shepard trying to negate that, and in a flash, she does just that. As Kenny Brooks told us, kind of simplify matters.
Yeah, and that's with the bench playing a lot of minutes, too, because there was a lot of foul trouble at Clemson.
Stretches back, of course, to his heralded time at James Madison University. Bailey, great position that time, and a left-hand scoop as Carolina on top by 4. Or did all the hard work and couldn't get the easy part. North Carolina comes sprinting out again ahead of the pack, and right to the bucket goes Usby.
Teams score a lot of points. The Hokies do more damage in the half court. Carolina likes to beat you down the floor.
Shepard flexing her muscles as she slices right to the rim. And in that win over Georgia Tech, North Carolina, 5 players scoring in double digits, so it was efficient and balanced, and bang, Watts has a do-over at the cup and finishes this one.
Even in a little bit of a delayed fast break.
Amoore, speaking of pushing, just thrust her way through Holoshinska, who was staggered, and as a result, Amoore wide open for her first 3. Have anything to do with the virus, as I was talking about, but to Mac's point, the inexperience. The zone prevents the penetration, but does not prevent the bucket from Usby for the first round of the tournament, but thinking ahead to the second.
No question. A lot of talk about that in the men's and women's NCAA projected brackets.
Quite frankly, Mac, I think it's been a nice adjustment. It has really freed up movement. Shepard got the members bounce, and why not? This has been her house the last few years. Shepard with 11. It's a 1-point affair. Hatchet skip to Shepard. Halfway down, wouldn't fall, but another offensive rebound, and the stick back goes on the third chance for Baines.
Can put the ball on the floor is the reason that Virginia Tech has been in that 2-3 zone. Man-to-man here on the baseline out of bounds, and really good execution right there.
Kelly has 9 points, and she was wide open off that execution there. Maybe she was playing a little coy with us, Mac. They've clearly tried to take away Kitley thus far, as Bailey scores through Kitley for the Tar Heels. Mac, you see the adjustment from the Tar Heels today. They are really hounding Kitley, scoreless through 10 minutes, but at the expense of that young lady, who now has 14. Scoreless thus far. Deja Kelly leading North Carolina with 9, and Holoshinska gets her pocket picked. Amoore, uncontested. That had been the difference, and he didn't pause a beat, Mac, and said, Georgia Amoore. Very confidently, as there's a bucket for Usby.
Watts had quite the journey from Carolina to Southern Cal, back to Carolina.
Leave Baines that wide open, and she'll knock it down, not necessarily known as the perimeter threat of some of her teammates. She wouldn't want that call on the other end, as her defense has been very tight, but Bailey unable to get back to help on Amoore.
Carolina's a little bit better overall rebounding team.
Kitley with a quick turnaround, and that'll go. Now this is the largest lead that Virginia Tech has held in the game. The Heels have been held to just 4 points in this quarter, and Baines going to the basket. Like that, this quick strike Virginia Tech offense leads by 9. Watts a little unselfish there and gets the bucket to Bailey. I think Watts could have gone right to the backboard herself. And leading the ACC among active players in double-doubles. Shepard on the step through, got an open look for Green. He will try to take advantage of Bailey's absence, you'd have to imagine, with Kitley at some point. Not here, though. Amoore drains another 3. Brooks talks about that a lot. He says there's an unselfishness on this basketball team. The primary option, to your point, Mac, was Kitley. She rapidly gave it up, and that's a 3. Go down for Amoore. Kelly, a McDonald's All-American, a Jordan Brand All-American, consensus top 50 player. And that is down for Ariel Young. Just marvel at how players can not take a shot for a half hour while they sit on the bench, still come in and make it. Great depth for Kitley, and that's what's going to happen against the less experienced big. Zelaya.
She literally said Liz hadn't had a shot in a while. We needed to get her a shot. That's what a senior guard does.
That is what a tough player does, as Baines has one coming.
Every single game you see her be a little bit more comfortable in her own game.
And a little bit of that has happened because of the departure of Asia Jones. And there's a stick back off the free throw miss by Deja Gregg. Brooks, the oldest daughter of Kenny, she was just knocking down 3 after 3 during halftime. She's a graduate assistant with the program now. There's a bunny for Bailey. King is actually matched on Bailey. Oleszynska takes the lid off finally from the corner, and it's a quick 5-0 run for North Carolina. Transition opportunity. Kelly pulls it back outside. She's going to say, take this. Yep. Not my greatest weapon. North Carolina has done exactly what they wanted to do in this opening stretch of the second half. They've cut that lead in half. Or have they? Georgia Amoore says, hold my water. Zone look again. All alone is Watts. Quiet no more.
7 rebounds.
Kelly drives, distributes, and Oleszynska for the second time in the quarter.
Quickly putting her stamp on the Tar Heel program.
That's what I was saying earlier. I think there's going to be some great battles. Not that we don't have one today, and it's getting tighter by the possession. Watts with the driving floater.
It's made to 3, and now played with a lot of confidence.
This time Baines will pass. Kitley will not, and she'll drop that. Basically a free throw for Liz Kitley. Still a couple possessions left here in the third. Elbow jumper for Usby. And Bailey, fortunate there. That one kicked out farther to her. Kelly all alone. 1 possession game. 8-second differential, game clock, shot clock.
Hokies back in the man-to-man on the baseline out of bounds.
Kelly just drives and drops as it is a 1-point game. Oleszynska left alone at the head of the key. Carolina in front for the first time in the second half. And to work off the bounce on Amoore. Ball screen switch. Oleszynska going to the basket and giving Carolina a 4-point lead. Virginia Tech still in a drought, and a lazy pass up top picked off by Watts. 12-0 is the run, and North Carolina owns a 6-point lead. Just completely disrupted up top.
And North Carolina had that play stopped because they denied the ball. Maybe that will break the ice.
Baines lowers the shoulder, gets the Hokies back within 2. Banger with her arms up in the air is not doing that right now, but they're letting them play on both ends of the floor. Beautiful dump off from Amoore, and Kitley ties the game. 16 turnovers now for the Hokies. Bailey pondering options, found a good one. Heels by 3. 5 to shoot. It'll be Kelly. It'll be Bailey. Beat the clock, and Kitley.
A beautiful move.
Inbound to Kitley. Instead it's Amoore. Heavily contested, but down nonetheless for Georgia Amoore. 3rd time's the charm for the Heels as they come to Blacksburg and get a critical win. Tar Heels should be firmly in the NCAA tournament field now.